Well, let's immediately get the latest on this stabbing attack at a high school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As I was mentioning, 20 people are believed to have been injured, some seriously. Now we can see some of the latest pictures coming into the BBC newsroom. First of all, let's look at these, some taken with the help of a US news helicopter. We understand a 16-year-old boy has been arrested in connection with this attack. Well, some of the students from this school have been speaking to the local media. Let's just have a look at what they're saying.
I wasn't anywhere near when it was going on, but some of my friends happened to get stabbed. My one friend got cut across the face. We don't know how she's doing. My one friend, my brother's friend, he got stabbed in the back. Don't know how he's doing. We just don't know how anyone is.
I walk into school and basically I just saw kids running and I was told to get out of there as quickly as possible and we ran out of there.
Did you see any of the victims? Did you help anybody?
I didn't. I saw one kid, his arm looked like it was bleeding, but he was already attended by other people.
Lots of useful updates as well coming from local reporters on Twitter. This from KDKA's reporter just calling herself Heather on Twitter. She says the CEO of the hospital just told me that one student applied pressure to an injured classmate, possibly staving a student's life. One other here from a reporter from KPXI in Pennsylvania. Did you ever expect this at Franklin Regional? That's the name of the school. A parent tells her, I told my daughter to expect this anywhere. Be prepared to survive. So bleak reports coming from Pennsylvania. By the way, Franklin Regional is definitely the best hashtag to get information coming out from people who are there and also local media reporting on this story. Let me also show you what some of the doctors who have been treating the victims have been saying in their latest briefing.
The response really occurred around 7:30 this morning when we had 8 victims brought to Forbes Hospital. At that time, because we at Forbes actually have a trauma team, we had 4 trauma surgeons available to begin to triage those patients.
Let's bring in a reporter for KDKA TV, Heather Abraham, who has been covering this story and has been at one of the hospitals treating some of the victims. Heather, thanks for joining us on the BBC. What more can you tell us, please?
We were live all morning at Forbes Hospital, just outside of Pittsburgh. It was one of the closest hospitals to this school. 8 patients in total were brought to this school. At our last briefing, which was about 2.5 hours ago, we learned some more information into the stab wounds these students received. 7 of the patients brought to this hospital had deep puncture wounds to their right abdomen and flank. The doctors describing this as almost bizarre that they all had similar injuries within the same location on their bodies.
And Heather, what can you tell us about the 16-year-old who's in custody?
That is an ongoing process. We know that police were at that suspect's home earlier this morning as well. We're learning more from police who continue to investigate. This is a very fluid situation as they're trying to learn more about any possible motives.
Heather there from KDKA TV in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.